Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We got so much to get through. It has been a crazy day for news and this is one of the biggest stories. I knew we had to start with this. We were going to do a separate video actually, but I'm really pleased that we didn't because all of the Bray reaction has kind of unfolded hours after the initial announcement that there's going to be a documentary. So what we're going to do is, I suppose we can have a look at the initial post from Triple H, and then we will watch the trailers, and then we'll look at some of the images, the reactions. There's so much to talk about here with this Bray documentary. We are going to talk about Raw, of course. We've got loads of other bits to go through. It really is going to be a stacked episode of Unseen. If I can get this in under an hour, it will be a minor miracle. So let's get straight into it. Here we got Triple H saying Wyndham Rotunda had a brilliant mind. There was no wall he wouldn't break down in the name of storytelling. You had no choice but to believe in him. He was just that good. It's time for his story to be the one that's told. Bray Wyatt becoming immortal comes to Peacock on April 1st. So there we go. We knew they were working on a project. That was no secret. It's been reported. We thought it might be a documentary, and so it proves. So yeah, brilliant. I know in the UK, a lot of people have said, will this be on the WWE network? The truth is, we don't know. We don't think so. We think that we're probably going to have to go to other places. Like, if you want to watch wrestling, then you can do that by searching Google. Good. So, yes, let's have a look at the trailer, shall we? So, here we go. Beginning on Monday, April 1st. Beginning. So, this could be a series. WWE will air a new documentary on the life of Bray Wyatt, narrated by The Undertaker. It's going to stream on Peacock in America. We just don't know that it's going to come to the WWE network, but here it is.
Wrestling is not a love story. It's much more.
Let's see if we can turn it up.
A great man once said that. I want to be just like my dad. I wanted to be in the WWE.
Wrestling was his life. That was his art.
Yowie, wowie, you found me!
It was like this whirlwind of ideas at all times.
Some of these images.
The dad he was the best at it.
Bray Wyatt was chaos, the ultimate villain. We would cry together, we'd laugh together.
Let me in.
When the lights went out, 100,000 people had their phones up.
Hurts the most that I never got to tell him how much she meant to me.
I'm here. You're here. We're all here.
Wow. Do you know, one thing they do so well is documentaries. It's one thing that WWE absolutely excels at. If we just scrub through, look at this image here. I believe that's Bo Dallas looking at what his brother has left behind. You know, obviously footage of him as Husky Harris and as a kid. And then we look at their dad. You know, I believe that's the sister. Kind of go through inside the mind. Look at that shot there. So you just get to see just outside the lines of the funhouse. What I love about this shot is that Bray is in the shot. So, you know, we've all seen like the funhouse moments, but look at this moment right here where Bray is standing there. We can see what the roof looked like. We can see what the background looked like. We can see there was a dude that was standing right there all along. I mean, some of this stuff is just absolutely incredible. That's what I'm saying about. And that, I think, is Extreme Rules. You can see Extreme Rules on the screen. So that bit there is Extreme Rules. This is his return. We're seeing just before he walks through that curtain. him and Triple H embracing. Again, look at that. The Fiend inside the funhouse, and you just get to see a little bit more than what we saw. That is them getting ready in the Thunderdome. I think that's the burnt Fiend. And again, look, that really caught my eye when I first saw it. This bit caught my eye. You know, him getting the costume on and everything. And then we kind of keep going. And we see Uncle Howdy. We see the Wyatts. That is the one that's done the rounds. This looks like a Fiend costume that we've never seen. And a lantern that we've never seen. And people are saying this was the Fiend that was going to arrive. And it could be. I mean, to be honest, it could be. The only thing I would say is don't forget he got released. So I don't know, you know, in 2021 he got released. So was this a Fiend that was going to come around that time? I don't know that this was a 2023 Fiend. It might have been a 2021 Fiend when he got released. I don't know. We've only got this trailer to go by. The consensus from people is that this was a Fiend that was coming. But I don't know if that's true. Obviously JoJo, his partner, his family. Pictures of him. Oh, God, look at this. Stuff that we've just never seen before, you know. John Cena saying a few... Looks like a car salesman, doesn't he? Second-hand car salesman. Looks like he could be in Better Call Saul. So, friend. Obviously, there's Braun. Just amazing pictures. Look at that of the Wyatt family backstage. Amazing. Fiend. We get to see, there's the Fiend. Fiend on fire. History maker. There's The Rock talking about all the Fireflies. Rule breaker. And there's a closer look. I actually think I prefer this image. It's a lot closer of this Fiend mask and this Fiend costume that we've never seen. Never seen it. And then it goes into this bit. Bray Wyatt lives forever. I mean, look how upset Zelina was, man. So upset. Bray Wyatt becoming immortal. Wow. 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 So, Trent tagged me in this. Let me whoosh it in. I honestly don't care how long this segment takes. I know that we need to get through stuff, but oh my God. Some interesting images I found. Yep, that's him with Triple H. There is the... Look at that bit. There is the burnt Fiend. Yep, everyone's been talking about this bit. There's the funhouse, backstage. Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So excited for that. So excited for that. Let's go down and see where are we with this. So we've done that bit. That's the Triple H bit. That was the trailer. Brady tagged me in this. Thank you. So Status said this was most likely the updated Fiend look that he would come back with. So just showing a costume that Bray came back with and then showing that there's a few similarities. Again, for me, I don't know. I mean, this could easily be 2021. This could easily be a Fiend that was coming at any point. So I don't know that this was 2024, but it could have been. It absolutely could have been. I'm hoping we find out in the actual documentary. But look at that. Look at that lantern as well. I feel confident this wasn't the first Fiend. I feel confident that this wasn't the first design, but it might have been. We might watch the documentary and it might turn out this was the original Fiend. And then what they did was kind of evolve it into what we ended up getting. But I don't know. I feel like this was a Fiend that was maybe on the way. But as I said, might have been on the way in 2021. What else we got? Eric Rowan's reaction. So there you can see Eric Rowan with a black heart for the trailer. Big Bronson with praying hands emoji. Kayla Braxton with a red heart emoji. That is Braun Strowman with 3 green heart emojis. Alexa Bliss said, "We miss you, Wyndham," with a sad, teary face. And James tagged me in this. "I'm already a mess. Goodbye forever. I love you." That's from Amanda Huber. That's a shot that goes hard, man. Yeah, Watson said, this picture gives me goosebumps. That is Bo, as I said, looking. This is actually from a different angle because there is a second trailer. And so this is Bo just looking at his brother's work. You know, the Uncle Howdy mask, the Fiend mask, Mercy the Buzzards. He's just looking at what's left. And here, Brady tagged me in this. And I really appreciate this because this I hadn't seen until it was shown on Raw. I'm told that it had been uploaded onto YouTube, but I saw that first one. I never saw this one. This goes for a minute. Let's watch this.
Wrestling is not a love story. It's much more. It's hope.
Can I just pause that there? Because I feel like Bray put a tweet out where he spoke about what wrestling was, and it was quite a long tweet. And I feel like that line is taken from that. There is a Bray tweet a while ago where he talks about what wrestling is, and I feel like that's a reference to that. So even that line feels like a reference to something Bray tweeted out.
Hope. An excuse to be a kid again. And nothing matters except the moment we are in.
And these images.
A great man once said that. My brother.
A great man once said that, my brother. Yes, I remember it being in a tweet. So this is Bo kind of, you know, looking back and now going here and looking at what's left.
Wyndham Rotunda. But you know him as Bray Wyatt.
Let me in.
So good.
Hi! Bray Wyatt was chaos. Well, the ultimate villain.
I am the new face of fear!
He was not scared to push the limits.
I see what that looks like.
He had the charisma, that it quality.
He was bigger than life. He was loved by millions.
He was just such a pleasure to be around.
I mean, he changed a whole industry.
He's not gone. His ideas will live on forever.
So that's a much shorter trailer. The bit that gets me is his dad's IRS. Who, you know, is pretty choked up. That bit's amazing, isn't it? Amazing. Oh, this stuff as well. This is the stuff I wanted to go back to. Look, again, I just love seeing this behind the scenes stuff. Amazing. Is that Bruce? That might be. Is that Bruce Pritchard? It might be. Hogan. I remember Hogan actually being interrupted by Bray, I think in the build to WrestleMania 37. Like, yeah, that's his dad. All the Fireflies. Braun and Rowan. Alexa. There's not really anything here that feels like it's got like hidden. Do you know what I mean? Not loads of stuff you have to pause, but yeah, I mean, look, I know we spent 30 minutes on this, but I'm amazed we haven't spent longer. Lots of reaction, 2 trailers to look at, loads of different screenshots, loads of images that really hit hard. This thing is just going to be incredible. It's going to be absolutely unmissable. And I'm sure we will do a breakdown of it, and we'll look to see what gets said in it as we get closer to the time. So I wanted to make sure we gave that the time that it deserved, and I think we did a decent job with that. Right, there's lots, man. There's so much. As I said, it's going to be hard to get through all this. So Raquel Rodriguez has been pulled from the active WWE roster. Not yet confirmed if this is an injury or as a result of her health issues. So she is not currently on the active roster, so thoughts very much with her at the moment. Tristan, thank you. Wrestlemania said that we've got some spoilers. If you don't want to know about this, then obviously just skip forward a little bit. Easy to do. We will not talk about this again, but just a few spoilers about some legends that apparently Wrestlemania are saying are going to be at WrestleMania. Not wrestling, I'm guessing just in the background. Right, so let's have a look at this. You've been warned. Skip forward now if you don't want to know. If we go down, we'll whoosh it in. So here they're saying Michelle McCool, Jimmy Hart, Ron Simmons, JBL, and Kane. So there we go. We're not going to talk about that anymore now. So they are all going to be apparently at WrestleMania. Right. Yes, Matt Hardy and his wife Reby were at Raw tonight. We'll play this actually.
You know what? A girl have beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever.
Understood. First of all, do you accept my apology?
No.
Why not?
Because no.
So there we go. That is Reby Hardy and Matt Hardy being actually at Raw. And Michael Cole did mention the Hardys on commentary. I don't think this is anything but they live in the area. And so they've decided to get a box and go along to the show. You know, don't forget they know pretty much everyone that's going to be there. They know Cody and Michael Cole, and they've got friends, you know, that are actually in the company. So I don't know. I wouldn't read too much into this. I think this is them maybe creating a bit of buzz. I think this is them just having a night out. I don't know. I don't really read much into it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, is this a sign that he's coming back? Blah, 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 blah. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't think so. Wrestling Pandemonium, thank you. WWE on TNT Sports. CM Punk says he will be back at WrestleMania. So we know that Punk is going to be on a future Raw. We know, I think, is it next week he's going to be on Raw? And he said that he will be at WrestleMania as well. Again, don't expect him to compete, but it's not really a surprise, is there? I expected him to be there. But what role is he going to have? Is he going to be host? Is he going to be a guest ref? Is he going to be a guest commentator? Is he just going to be doing stuff backstage? We'll have to find out. Here we've got Zoey Stark, Wrestling Pandemonium. Thank you. Zoey Stark said it's a new week. Time to start fresh and build back up. Stark is war. Hashtag start mark. That is a great image, isn't it? That is a badass image. I tell you what, if this WrestleMania is based on Rocky, well, this right here screams Rambo. So it looks like Zoe's decided that she is going to take inspiration from a different Sylvester Stallone movie. So there we go. Here's some art. Shout out to you. It's been an adult Monday tonight. It really has, actually. It was a bit cheeky, wasn't it, during the live stream, for those that watched. But here we got Cedric Alexander saying, so we cussing. There is a lot of cussing, and we've got a lot of cussing coming up as well. I can't help it right now, right? WWE are the ones, and the WWE Superstars are the ones that are cussing. I ain't looking to bring this to you, but, you know, for some reason, WWE are into that at the moment. Right, Male Tail Thong, shout out to you. Let's pause this. So here, look, you can see what a shot this is. So this obviously was during Raw. Sami going through Gorilla. This is Gorilla. For those that are new to wrestling or for some reason have never seen Gorilla, this is the Gorilla position. It is the final room that you are in before you go out into the arena. It's named after Gorilla Monsoon. It has changed over the years. This is what it currently looks like. It's kind of been in this form for a long time. But I love this. I love this because it's always great to see what it currently looks like, what the current setup looks like. And to be honest, fast forward 50 odd years, I'd imagine this will be completely different. So I think it's a great capsule as to what it looked like in this generation, in this period. So Sami goes through, and then again, I love seeing what's after Gorilla or before Gorilla. This kind of little tunnel that takes you into the arena. And, like, you know, you can just kind of, I don't know, I suppose, imagine what it would be like to be a superstar. You've got to walk up there, go into Gorilla, get your final instructions. Your music hits. You go through the curtain to the entrance stage, out into the arena. Like, you can sort of piece the whole thing together. I love it. It's brilliant. And I love this camera thing was amazing. This transition where we went all the way up to Awesome Truth, and then we followed Awesome Truth as they made their way through Gorilla. They went through, look, through the curtain, and they did exactly what we just said. They went through that curtain, and then out into, look, we follow them. There we go. And then out into the arena. Amazing. Loved that. Thought it was brilliant. Finn Balor put this up, Jordan. Thank you. So here, look, we've got a WrestleMania truck, and it's got Judgment Day all over it. There's Damian Priest. There's Finn Balor. And there he is, look. That must be a pretty cool feeling to have you and your friends all on the side of a truck. So there's Rhea. There's Dirty Dom. There's Damian. And there is Finn Balor. Sucks to be JD McDonough, but, you know. And here we go. So this is everyone that's qualified so far. 2 spots left. So we got Judgment Day, DIY, New Day, Awesome Truth. 2 spots left. Who is going to join up? Who's going to take these 2 spots? We know that, isn't it going to be like Legado against New Catch Republic? And I actually don't know what the other match is. I think we find that out on Friday. So, yeah, we've got a couple of spots left. Who is going to be added to that match? What did Maxxine Dupri have to say? Oh, yeah, look at this. So, backstage, we have Candice, right? She's gloating about winning. Indy says that she can't forget about what happened last week. And she said, I really think you should go and apologize to Maxxine. So they go up to Maxxine, and Candice apologizes, right? Here we go. Let's see if we can get the sound.
I'm sorry if what I said last week upset you. It escalated quickly, and I crossed a line.
Thank you. I appreciate you apologizing. Last week, you really hurt my feelings, saying that I don't deserve to be a WWE superstar, and then speaking about my brother.
I meant that you are rotten at wrestling. You definitely should not be here.
No, you are rotten. You don't deserve to be here.
Somebody had to tell her that.
That is
right?
not
Somebody
what I meant.
Oh, there we go. So Candice went up and tried to apologize, but she's like, no, don't get it twisted. You are rotten. You don't deserve to be here. But then Ivy Nile came in. Ivy Nile came in and she got right in the face of Candice. This apparently is going to lead to a singles match next week. So Ivy Nile against Candice LeRae, made for next week. This is fun as well. These two just chatting away. Let's see if we can skip to the end on this, actually, because it's the end when it gets interesting.
Philadelphia, I can't wait. Jason Kelsey, I hope we get to meet and shake hands because I love you, and I'm gonna throw that in there too. We do love you. We love the Kelseys. We love Taylor Swift. If you want to be there, Quillo loves Taylor Swift. I'm gonna throw it all out there. I'm gonna shoot for it all. I'm shooting for it all. Everything. I'm going for it all.
Next thing you know, you'll be on the New Heights podcast.
Rocky, please.
He's not a real guy.
He's not a real guy.
That's my thing.
Whoa,
I'm Becky Balboa.
Get out of it. You're not taking Rocky from me.
I'm Becky
You're not taking Rocky from me.
I'm Becky Balboa. You want to fight me? I won WrestleMania. I'll have two.
I've already got one WrestleMania match.
Gargano.
I'll have 2. So there we go. We've got Tommaso and Becky getting at it backstage, which I saw a few people starting to talk about. Andrade said, this is interesting, JD. Let me think about it. Thank you, Raw. See you next week, Chicago. So, the real Latino man. Hashtag the real Latino man. Stole that from me. So, there we go. What is going to happen next week with Andrade? Yeah, this is interesting. Again, for the very end. Let's see.
I'm to a new place. I'm talking about
Tomorrow night.
Oh, so Alpha Academy said, look, we need to get ourselves into a new place. And when I'm talking about a new place, I'm talking about tomorrow night, of course, being NXT. So it looks like Alpha Academy are on their way to NXT. This is fun as well. So Cathy tries to talk to Dom. Dom lost to Ricochet tonight. Dom tries to get away from Cathy. She just keeps following him. He tries to get in the lift. It won't arrive. Then it arrives. He gets in. She follows him. He tries to get back out, but the doors are closed. It's pretty fun stuff, actually.
No, I think I was kind of just screwed out there. Where's this elevator?
Where's this elevator?
Here.
Well,
Thank you. Bye.
Do you think that not having mommy out there affects your confidence?
Look at him checking. Can I get out this way? No? I'll go.
Yeah, what was your question again?
Does Rhea not being by your side out there for these matches affect your confidence?
Yeah, you mean mommy being by my side? Of course it does. Anything that mommy's involved in affects me. We almost there, good sir? Yeah? Okay, you done here?
What are you gonna do to pick yourself back up after this loss on the road to WrestleMania?
Thank you, Cathy.
Thank you, Cathy. Boom. Thank you, Cathy. Bye. Ricochet just talks about how frustrated he is. He says, you know, it's not lost on me that the person I beat to win the IC title, Sami, is now facing the person I lost the IC title to in Gunther. And once again, it feels like I'm being kind of left out, if you will. He said, if I had Sami's number in the gauntlet match, I would be the one going to WrestleMania. Instead, I'm having to, you know, clean up the mess around here by beating Dirty Dom. And then he turns his attention to JD, who got involved in the match after. And he says, you know, I'll see you next week. So it looks like we're going to get JD McDonough against Ricochet again next week. Right, fun interview here with Awesome Truth.
Massive reception here in Raleigh for Awesome Truth. Congratulations on that win tonight, guys, heading to WrestleMania. Now, Miz, my question is for you. Do you think that Judgment Day's loss is your win in R-Truth?
100%. Are you kidding me? R-Truth is not only one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time, but we have some unsettled business. Because the first time we tagged was a very long time ago, maybe like 10 years ago, but let's not age ourselves. But
let's skip it.
A ladder match.
It's a ladder match.
Whose idea was that?
Ours. It was our idea.
We did talk about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were serious. I thought we were just chewing the rag.
Chewing the rag?
I don't chew rags. You chew a rag?
You guys gonna get on the same page for that?
We're on the same page now.
We're always on the same page. You are standing between 4 million TikTok followers. Do you understand that?
Right now.
Do you get that? Jackie doesn't get it. Jackie doesn't get it.
It's not Jackie. It's Cathy. Cathy Kelley, that is.
It's Cathy Kelley.
You know my name.
Yes, I know your name.
Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.
Can we do a TikTok later?
Yes, we can. Oh, I like that.
So, yeah, he got her name right. And everyone was shocked. Actually, I saw Cathy Kelley put a message out and she was like, it's good to see that there's enough room in his brain to store the important information, like getting my name correct. So, very good. Ivy Nile said, I would like to see Candice try and say some shiz to me. So, we know, obviously, that's built into a match. Becky said, nothing and nobody else is standing in the man's way to become the women's world champion at WrestleMania. So there we go. I'm trying to hear what Liv is saying, and I've got Xavier Woods yelling at the time. It's true. So during this very distracting moment on Raw, you could hear someone shouting in the background. I would play it, but this has been shown, and this, I'm sure, would get hit with a copyright strike. But, yeah, it is true. I'm sure you heard it during the show. I think it was Xavier because New Day were actually in the ring. So I think they were shouting. I think the mics were picking up Xavier whilst we were trying to focus on what Liv was saying. And here, look, we've got get ready for the return of CM Punk next week on Raw. Right? So he's going to be back, and people have pointed out he's wearing an Avengers shirt. I've seen people online talking about this, and could that mean anything? Obviously, there's a lot of talk about Avengers Endgame, and that's what WrestleMania feels like it's going to be for Cody. So maybe a cheeky little reference, but yeah, he's back next week. What has he got to say? As soon as we came back from that Bray Wyatt trailer, we had all these fireflies out, which was really, really cool in the arena. And here, look, Sam Roberts said, where can I get that dirty Dominik Mysterio shirt from? So there we go, Rhea with a Dirty Dom shirt that I've never seen before. So don't know if that's coming to WWE shop soon. So that was WWE. Let's go to Roman. Afa, the wild Samoan, has suffered a nasty fall. Apparently, he's fractured his back in 2 places. So thoughts are absolutely with him at the moment. So I'd imagine a very concerning situation. That does not sound like something that's going to be a quick recovery. So obviously thoughts with him and his family at the moment. This is really interesting. Shakeem, thank you. So here you can see Heyman sharing incredible insight into Roman and the bloodline story. We'll just play the first part of this.
The character of Roman Reigns as the tribal chief, by way of example, is inspired by Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now. When we first started talking about the presentation of the tribal chief, I had Roman Reigns watch Apocalypse Now multiple times. Because to me, that was the heart and soul of the character of the tribal chief. A warrior so great that he conquered his own island. We call it the island of relevancy. Someone who now all the natives, which is the WWE Universe, all the fans, all the performers on the roster, look to for guidance because he's the top star.
That's amazing, isn't it? So Apocalypse Now. Brando's character in that in particular is the inspiration, and he made Roman watch that film a few times to pick up on the nuances. So fascinating, amazing insight. I would say that is definitely a video to check out. So Steve Stone voiceovers. I actually don't know where this is from, but it was tweeted out by Barrett Sports Media. So see if you can find that, because if he's going to give more insight like that, that's probably going to be a must-watch. And of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the final boss, will electrify Brooklyn on Monday Night Raw. Sit back, shut your mouths, and enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking all your candy asses on. One night only, Brooklyn, Raw, The Rock. That is April 1st. The Rock will be on Raw. Right, let's click on Cody. We got a fair bit here. A fair bit. Cody has now going to attend a fan's wedding and now a birthday party. This was from a house show over the weekend.
I see that sign. It says, Cody, come to my 5th birthday party. Should I go to his 5th birthday party? Like a Wednesday?
Is it a Wednesday?
Where at here? Alright. Should I go to the birthday party? Am I supposed to bring anything? A gift? Not like a casserole?
A casserole?
Did anyone say no?
Did anyone say no?
Guys. Yes. All right, I'll ask one more time. 5th birthday party, gotta bring a casserole. It's gonna be on a Wednesday. Should I go to his birthday party? My answer is yes.
There we go. So that kid there, Cody, said he will go to his birthday party. How amazing is that? And bring a casserole. So there we go. Creative Face said, what do you think? Do you think he's tired of being a softie? Yeah, he tweeted this out earlier today. That this kind of image from when he was in the Bullet Club. We didn't know quite what it meant, but I think you nailed it, to be honest, Creative Face. I think he was tired of playing it like safe. We got a bit of bad language out of Cody, and yeah, I think he kind of sent that message out with this tweet now in retrospect. As well as this, look, we got some new merch. This new Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins shirt. So freaking nightmare. So I'd imagine they'll be wearing this as they head to the ring on night 1. So Zahib, thank you. This was tweeted out as well. Fades, Rock is a cat. which I didn't really get at first, but when you think about it, cats are also known as pussy cats, so we'll leave that there. And you know, it's maybe not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but there we go. That's what Pharaoh getting a few digs in himself. Brian Gerwitz said, final boss. This was after Cody's promo. Final boss isn't anything I came up with. The Rock calls himself that because he is that. If it makes you feel better, Cody, I was the first to tell him about your spectacularly stupid, goofy-ass dog. So that is The Rock's personal writer who got mentioned on Raw, right? Brian Gerwitz. He said, I didn't come up with the final boss. The Rock calls himself that because that's what he is. But I did tell him about your stupid, goofy-ass dog. So, Jim, shout out to you. Right, bad language in this. Bad language. You've been warned. If you want to skip this, skip forward. Here is Dustin. Well, you can see what gets said. It's really bad language. I have warned you.
Zoom in here just a little bit.
Zoom in.
Fuck The Rock.
That's it. That's it. Dustin Rhodes, Cody's brother, says zoom in here a little bit. F The Rock. Oh. Well, I'm full. He ate enough for all of us. That was Brandi's reaction. So, Mark, thank you. Alan, shout out to you. And if you're wondering what's this about, well, here's your answer. Wrestling Pandemonium, thank you, said this is cool. So the Rhodes legacy is strong and growing. Introducing my nephews, Wyatt and Wayne Rhodes, the Texas Outlaws, who will make their debut at RWA Showcase on March 24th. How amazing is that? So there's some more Rhodes wrestlers that are knocking around. The Texas Outlaws. I mean, they feel like a long way off from getting to WWE, but why could WWE not snap them up, get them into the PC? They've got the Rhodes family name. You know what I mean? Gotta think WWE is going to be interested in these two. So there we go. The Texas, good name that is. That's a real, and these are lovely belts as well. Considering they're just like little indie belts. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. So there we go. Cody cooked you. So Fadeaway Media replied to The Rock and said, Cody cooked you. The Rock responded, he sure did. STFU, you goof. So The Rock coming out and saying on Twitter tonight, yeah, this sign, look at this. I fell asleep during Cody's story. Ooh. Kenny, for your thoughts, said, do you see what happens when you push a good man too far? He stops being professional. It's true, it was all in black, which was interesting. He used some bad language that was interesting. Wasn't expecting that. So, did he get pushed a bit too far? I still felt like the handbrake was on. I still felt like this was Cody still keeping it rather safe. I didn't feel like he was like really losing his mind going off on The Rock, you know? It felt like controlled anger. That's how it felt to me. But it is true. It was all in black. There was a few bad words used. And here's Natalia saying, Pharaoh is such a perfect gentleman. I will not tell Two Paws how adorable he is. So there we go. There's Natalia with Pharaoh. So we've done that. Let's have a look at merch. Got a few bits here. Yes, Alex, thank you. There is a big sale on at HMV, and I'd imagine that this is probably in other outlets as well, certainly online, because we looked during the live stream. You can actually get a lot of clearance stock. So all the DVDs and Blu-rays marked down. Once they're gone, they're gone. We know that home video is done, and so they're selling off the stock. So if you want any of the DVDs and Blu-rays, now is the time to try and get them. Don't know if this is the case in America as well. But here in the UK, big sale. Look at the range as well. And we were having a look. There's some really good stuff that you can get at the moment. So thank you. WWE have announced that the Superstore is going to be at the World event, I believe. It's coming to Philadelphia. I think it's going to be at the World event. I'd imagine it is. So either way, it's coming. It's going to be a Fanatics experience. I'm guessing at World. It doesn't quite say that, though. It said that it's going to be the largest collection of WrestleMania merchandise under one roof. There will be exclusive WWE merch like the Philly 316 and whatnot. So there we go. It's on the way. No great surprise. Trent said a very good looking Punk figure. Yes, this is Mattel Creations. It's only $25. You can actually go to the website and pre-order it soon. It might even be up for purchase soon. There's a countdown clock at the moment, and I think that's the only place you'll be able to get it. I don't think you can get it anywhere else. So a CM Punk figure based on his return is coming to Mattel Creations soon. If you want more details, go to Mattel Creations, the website, or go to Ringside Collectibles. They'll have a link there. Wrestling Figure News Source, they'll have a link as well. But this figure on the way. New shirt, Tristan, thank you. So the savior of WrestleMania, injure CM Punk, win the chamber, win the world championship. It's not been done yet, has it? Become immortal. I said I think this shirt should come with some blue chalk so that you can tick these off as and when they are achieved, because I'd say they're not done yet. And a new Seth Rollins Big Pop shirt. So that really bothered him, didn't it? That line about how Seth doesn't get like a big pop. So Big Pop Seth Rollins shirt available now. Don't forget, you can get to WWE Shop. There's a link in the description of all the unseen videos and the live streams. And you can also get 15% off certain items at Euroshop using Days 15. So there we go. Right, let's go to NXT. Push Dijak signing the crowd. There it was, look. Say it louder for the people in the back, says Dijak. And there it was. Dijak said, your Dijak sign makes TV. You get a follow. Simple as. So there we go. Glad you saw my sign. Huge fan, said Dap the Wu-Tang guy. So that was cool. Bray, we've done. Sami, let's go to Sami. I just thought this was funny. Watson, thank you. You can't beat Gunther, is what Chad said to Sami. Chad being a guy who also can't beat Gunther. It is true, isn't it? If Chad hadn't even tried yet, but felt that he could do it, then maybe it would have hit a bit better. But the fact that he has also tried to win the IC title and has failed. So you can't beat Gunther coming from a guy who can't beat Gunther. So that did make me laugh. I love that. Cute. Let's have a look at Cute, shall we? Let's see if this should take us to video somewhere. Oh, I think there's a video somewhere. Is it on here? Oh, there's a video of... Oh, maybe if we go across, actually. Let's go. Let's whoosh in. Let's unwhoosh that. Is that better? No. Is that better? No. Oh, that's the one we're going to have to use. Oh, look at it. So there is a little video, which I thought... Oh, here it is.
Good girl, Harley.
Oh,
good girl.
Look at the dog. You see Randy as well?
That's great.
Good girl, Harley.
Yeah.
Good girl.
So this is the dogs getting used to each other. There's Randy.
Come on, Harley.
Aww.
Come on, Leo. Come on, Leo. Good girl.
That's fun, isn't it? So there we go. That was Randy just getting his new pup used to being around his other dogs. So thought you might enjoy that. Let's get rid of some of these. There we go. Right, we've done that. We've done that. Have we only got fun and other to do? I think we have, you know. Okay, let's go to fun. I don't even know what's in this folder. Oh, a bit. This was good, Nathan. Thank you. Jey Uso, every Raw. That's Jey on every Raw. Very good. I love that. Look at him go. Go on, Jey. That cat had better. Oh my! I don't even know what the cat's doing, but it's amazing. So there we go. Oh, this was good, Sam. Here's Rhea, look, coming over. This girl. Rhea grabbing a pen. Loser. And a moustache written on Becky's. She didn't even give her an autograph. She just wrote loser and put a moustache on Becky. Brilliant. Great heel work. Chris, shout out to you, said, watch me sell this stunner. Yeah, look at this. Boom. BFT. Oh, boom. That is some great selling right there. OTT work. Cody Rhodes leaked promo.
Disappointment once again. Fucked over by Wayne Rochester. I don't know how much more I can take. I love you, Rock. Don't be a bitch. Cody's story has to be finished. Don't fuck this up like he's a big mistake. No!
There we go. Who is it? Dr. Peach Salt. So there we go. If you want to follow them, Dr. Peach Salt. There's lots of bad language in wrestling these days, isn't there? Who's this wrestler? Said hang 'em high. Dijak said, oh, shiz. I know this one. That's Ratio. So there we go. Hang 'em high getting 642. Dijak getting 2 points. It's an honor now to be ratioed by wrestlers. So people don't see this as a bad thing. They just see it as an honor. And here we go. Look, ESO Wrestling said Xia Li welcoming Liv to catering.
Come on.
Come on. A lot of people really down on the fact that Liv didn't get involved at the end. And I do love that. Oh, what a meme, man. What a great meme. Xia Li welcoming Liv to catering.
Come on.
Come on. And I love this. This is all yours now, Liv. This is all yours.
Come on.
I did enjoy that. Very, very good. Right, let's get to other, shall we? I don't know how much we've got in this. Please don't be loads. Right, good. Other promotions are trying to book stars following Shayna Baszler Bloodsport announcement. So, James, thank you. Oh, yeah, this is good. Creek Caft fan accounts. So look at this, 2008 industry news. Do you remember we looked at that before with the TNA results announcement? Ric Flair's daughter arrested after altercation involving police. They really did in 2008 want to be your one-stop shop for wrestling news. That was Charlotte as well, by the way. Charlotte, or Ashley as her real name. She was had a big falling out with her boyfriend at the time, and ended up like attacking a police officer in the fallout. And I think she was sentenced to like 40 days in prison, but that got reduced to like supervised probation instead. So yeah, that was Charlotte back in 2008, and WWE reported it. Amazing, isn't it? Oh, I love this. This is really interesting. So there is a video clip here of Gorilla Monsoon's first commentary, or believed first commentary, from the late 70s, 1978. And it is Bruno battling Superstar Billy Graham. They're competing over the title. Superstar Billy Graham is the champ at that point. And they're having a cage match. And Bruno kind of kicks Superstar and he goes flying through the door. lands on the outside and ends up winning the match. But of course, he was getting battered. And Brian said, this is great stuff. A 40-year-old Gino on commentary for the first time at the Spectrum, where he ran the show. If you listen close, you'll hear him refer to Graham taking a bump. You can't say that. That's forbidden in 2024, let alone in 1978. But who's going to tell Gorilla? He's writing a book on Gorilla Monsoon at the moment. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And Dave Meltzer came in and said, Billy was so resentful that night, right? Sold out, 6,000 turned away, and 2 days later, he lost the title whilst the business was at a peak. You're taught that if you are a draw and you're on top, business is on fire, but Vince Sr. made the call that he was going to take the belt off superstar Billy Graham even before he even got the belt. So it's fascinating. This is a real glimpse into the history of WWE. Back in 1978, superstar Billy Graham was champion. Everything was going really well. And they'd already made the decision they wanted Bob Backlund to be their champion. So it didn't matter what superstar Billy Graham did. It didn't matter how many people came to see him. They already knew they were going to move on to Bob Backlund. And it's interesting, Meltzer saying here, look, Billy was so resentful that night. He was so angry that they had sold out and turned 6,000 away, which is amazing if you think about it. The idea that wrestling sells out now and it was just nothing back in the day, I mean, it couldn't be further from the truth. You know, some of the biggest crowds wrestling has ever seen is like all the way back, like decades and decades and decades ago. Wrestling has always been popular. It's always been a draw. And, you know, they were turning 6,000 away. And, you know, a few days later, he has to drop the title to Bob Backlund. Amazing, isn't it? Dave Meltzer, he gets a lot of grief for his opinions and his star ratings, whatever. But when it comes to wrestling knowledge, he is a really good follow. You will learn some stuff by following Dave. And Brian as well, who's, as we said, writing that book on Gorilla Monsoon. Oh, I got tagged in so much to do with Mercedes. I'm really not bothered, to be honest, about how much she's getting paid and all this kind of stuff. But she is now the highest paid female in wrestling history. That definitely feels significant, so I've included it here from WrestleOps. And this as well. So Mercedes' contract is reportedly over $10 million a year for 3 to 5 years with an opt-out, right? So this coming from, this account, right? $10 million a year, 3 to 5 years. As Sean Ross Sapp said, fake by a country mile. Haven't seen what the actual number is, but I have seen this $10 million number being chucked around. And this was a few days ago, Sean Ross Sapp saying that is not true. That is fake by a country mile. So not 10 million a year for 3 to 5 years, but I don't know what the actual number is. Saw this as well. So Pro Wrestling Central, Shaquem said, this is what we need. That looks great, doesn't it? That looks brilliant. That so works for her. That's great. Love that. And Master Taker said it's going to be WWE versus TNA at a GCW event. So it's been confirmed Shayna Baszler is taking on, is it Masha Slamovich from TNA? That's the match we're getting at Blood Sports. So, yeah, that is going to be WWE versus TNA at a GCW event. I'd imagine that Shayna will win that, to be honest. I can't imagine that she is going to be allowed to go to this event and then lose. It's not a good look, is it? So I'd imagine Shayna will win that. And there we go. We did it. And we did it with about 6 minutes to spare as well. I really didn't think we would get through all of that within an hour, but we did. And I'm really pleased about that. So again, if it felt like we were racing through this, it's because we was racing through this. We had so much to get through. And I never want these to go over an hour. I already think 50 odd minutes is way too long anyway, but I know people enjoy them and I hope you got a lot from this one. For me, the big thing here is the Bray documentary. wanted to make sure we gave that the time it deserved. Lots of reaction to what went down on Raw as well. So, you know, we gave that a bit of time also. So just a big thank you to everyone that continues to support these videos. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you continue to enjoy them. And as long as you enjoy them, I will continue to make them. And we will have another one for you following this week's Raw, this week's NXT. Don't forget, we will be back for NXT. We will be doing that live stream. We do Raw, we do NXT, we do SmackDown, we do premium live events. So we'll be here live throughout that. Should be a good show as well. Trick is going to be taking on Noam Dar. We know Alpha Academy have teased that they're going to be making an appearance. So lots to look forward to on this week's NXT. And of course, the big show this week, Cody and Roman face to face on SmackDown. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.